What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video. And today, I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, and I want to look at a CBS mock draft. Now, obviously, you guys know CBS is known for their outrageously stupid takes, but I don't have too much time on my hands right now. But I want to get you guys something fun, something enjoyable, something to just be able to laugh at. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Josh Edwards could be actually really good. So let's have some fun, guys. If you guys are new, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know what the hell to do. We are closing in on 2K, which is awesome. I love it. I love it. I really hope we can get it very, very soon. And just letting you guys know, we are doing a fan-based mock draft this week. It's going to be done tomorrow, but you guys are probably going to see it Monday. I'm going to be pretty much probably like recording the entire thing, but actually making a separate video for it, kind of just going into each single pick a little bit more for you guys. It's going to be 3 rounds, so I hope you guys really do enjoy it. For all future fan mocks, you guys want to get in on the action, please go to the Discord, talk to me on Twitter, DM me, all that stuff, Instagram. It's all in the description. And again, if you guys want to, you guys should go to manscaped.com, use my discount code, and you know what, have some really fun, some good products. You know, I've had a couple people already tell me, hey, we already bought some stuff and it's actually really good shit. I'm getting my stuff on Monday because Texas froze everything. So I'll be letting you guys know how that actually goes. But trust me, if we get 10 purchases with my code, it doesn't matter. Don't have to get $1 billion thing, like even like the little $10 little powder and stuff. We get a long-term paid contract. So I know you guys like to support me. Also, Venmo down in the description if you guys want to donate. Andrew donated to me, and that was absolutely amazing. I really wanted to thank him publicly for that. So let's get into this. Let's have some fun. I know how I said like I don't have any time, and then this happens. Love how the CBS logo is just wanting to stay here, but it's okay. First pick, Trevor Lawrence. We're not going to even talk about it. It's a lock at this point. Second pick, Zach Wilson. So I assume there's no trades in this, just given the fact that everything's going normally right now. Zach Wilson, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with this. Zach Wilson's an amazing prospect. He's everything that we probably wanted out of Sam Darnold. So, you know, I mean, if you're able to get Sam Darnold for a second to the Bears, because the Bears are pretty desperate, that's going to be absolutely wonderful. So, again, I'm fully in support of this. Obviously, this is the only other guy who I could ever think of, unless you really, really want to get some great value trading down. Like, these two guys are 2 blue chip prospects. You choose whoever you want. So, the next pick with the Dolphins. I don't really need to go into this that much. You guys have heard me enough times talking about Zach Wilson. So if you guys are new, of course, check out the mocks as well. I just did one, which I believe is a no-trade mock. And, you know, of course, I think I went Zach Wilson to the Jets. Hear my full breakdown on that. I watched every single throw he makes. He's an amazing prospect. I love this kid so much. If you can get Dax Milne in like the 5th round, like you have Dax Milne out there with Zach Wilson, that's going to be absolutely awesome. I love that. But next pick, we got the Dolphins. Getting Penny Sewell. You guys know how much I love this pick. You guys know how much I love this. So, yeah, their entire offensive line has been pretty booty cheeks. And, you know, as much as you need weapons, every single year there's going to be great weapons. There's not going to be a Penny Sewell every single year. But not to mention the fact that you need to kind of have a line to be able to throw to a guy who you have as a weapon. So I think Penny Sewell is easily worth this pick. So far, doing a really good job. And I already see something that's quite interesting at pick 5. But pick 4, Justin Fields. You guys know me. I love this. Justin Fields, extremely high ceiling, arguably the highest in the class with his pure arm strength and arm talent. So, I mean, Justin Fields has a lot of potential if he gets to learn from a calm guy like Matt Ryan. Wonderful. And he needs a mentor. Really does. Next, Kyle Pitts to the Bengals. I literally just put in my report today. It's actually probably going to come out tomorrow. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'd always post when I do scouting reports to my website. And, you know, Kyle Pitts is the real deal. I know they need a weapon, but then again, there is Jamar Chase on the board. I 100% would go Jamar Chase here. Kyle Pitts is an amazing weapon. I'm not 100% sure if Kyle Pitts is the right route. If they did do this with Jamar Chase on the board, I wouldn't hate it at all. I think this guy's worth a top 4 pick. I legit think that he could go here if a team like the Falcons already had an established quarterback for their future. And let's just say it was kind of like a Herbert year where like they did okay. I think that would be a great pick. But, you know, Kyle Pitts, he's the real deal, guys. He is the real deal. He's not that great after the catch, actually. I think people give him a little too much credit for that. But everything else, it's like at his size, he shouldn't be moving the way he does. Next, I don't know if we could pause this. That thing right there is really annoying me, but it's okay. Next pick, we got Caleb Farley. Jamar Chase is on the board. I can't support this one. You know, if Jamar Chase were off the board, and Kyle Pitts were off the board, I'd totally support this train. Caleb Farley is an excellent weapon, and we all know how much defense actually matters in the NFL. So I wouldn't hate this pick, but with Jamar Chase on the board, I do hate it. They do need a true number one weapon there in Philadelphia. And I mean, again, the defense, there are some really good guys in the later rounds compared to wide receiver, where I don't think you get Jamar Chase level of talent down the board, along with Kyle Pitts. Trey Lance at 8. You guys already know I'm not a huge fan of Trey Lance at all. I rewatched all of his tape, trying to keep an open mind, being like, oh, maybe this guy's going to wow me. Really, I didn't like him at all. So it's just, I don't think he has an accurate arm whatsoever. I think that he is extremely good at being able to extend plays with his legs and be able to, like when he's having a shitty passing game, be able to use his legs to win the game. That's wonderful. But I mean, just like some of the throws he makes, he has no anticipation. He has really, really spotty accuracy, and he has half field reads, which is probably better than some of the quarterbacks above him because they don't even do that much of a progression. But to me, it's not great. It's not great at all. I think that it's just, I don't like him at all, and it's something where I still think it's okay to take him in the first because, hey, if he increases his accuracy, feels a little bit more comfortable with his guys to have some anticipation, he could be a really good quarterback. But as of right now, there's no way in hell I'd want him at 8. No way in hell. And the 49ers scout who came onto the show, RJ Gillen, my friend, he said the same thing. He's like, he's way too raw. Way too raw. Next, Parsons to Vic Fangio. I mean, you guys already know I love Vic Fangio and Micah Parsons. Think that they could probably use a corner. I think they cut AJ Boye, question mark. But I mean, I can't blame them for that, man. I really can't blame them. So that's a pretty solid pick. Then that leaves Surtain to the Cowboys. You guys already know how much I love Surtain to the Cowboys. Just getting Trayvon Diggs and Surtain back together is a wonderful, magical combo. Rousseau to the Giants. I'm not super high on Rousseau. I think the entire community has started falling a bit on Rousseau. A little too much to where they're not even putting him in the first. But, I mean, again, this guy had some of the easiest sacks you'll ever see in your entire life. So, I think that the potential's there. This is probably not the year to take it. I think, isn't Jalen Waddle on the board? Yeah, there's still Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle on the board. I think there's absolutely no reason for them to be taking that when they could get an all-star weapon. I've switched sides. I used to be all defense for them, but let's get some extra offensive help there and then see what the hell happens. And then you could drop in a quarterback to a really good situation. Next, Rashawn Slater. You guys know I love this pick. I'm very happy to see this going on. So I like the fact that they also talk about all 5 positions because it's great. It's really a huge plus that Rashawn Slater can do all that for the Niners. I think it's going to be very crucial to them for trying to make another Super Bowl run. Next, Darsaw. Man, for once, CBS is actually having some pretty solid picks here. So Darsaw going to the Chargers. You guys already know I love this as well. I think he's better in the run game than the pass game, but shoot, he's a really, really good player. Super young, ton of experience. So really can't blame this pick whatsoever. Kwity Paye to the Vikings. Can't blame it really that much either. I think that maybe I'm starting to switch back to the offensive line route because I don't know. But, I'm 100% fine with taking an edge here. It's either edge or AVT. So if you guys want to go Kwity Paye, totally get that. Totally get that. I need to do a scouting report on him soon. So we'll see how it goes. I don't trust their prospect rankings and shit. But Jalen Waddle to the Pats. I mean, again, I like to use this phrase now. Pop the champagne. It's just that would be an amazing pick for them. He's such a dynamic, versatile, explosive threat. I like the idea of comping him to Brandon Cooks as more of this just like elite deep threat. So, again, people say his ceiling is Tyreek Hill. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to fall to 15. But, hey, if he does, that's amazing. That's absolutely wonderful. Next, AVT to the Cards. I don't like this pick whatsoever. I think you got guys like Azeez Ojulari. You got cornerbacks, more importantly, like J.C. Horn out there. Not to mention, of course, you got Joseph Asai. I think those 3 guys are all way better picks than AVT to the Cards. But I mean, this is CBS, and they're still hitting on something that's within the top like 5-6 needs. So that's quite a surprise. Devontae Smith pairing up with Henry Ruggs on the Raiders. I mean, if you're down that far, him and Brian, I mean, yeah, they already parted ways with Tyrell Williams, apparently. They could have Brian Edwards, Henry Ruggs, and Devontae Smith. I wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't. I think they should get some pass rush, but realistically, I can't mind that whatsoever. But it's not going to happen. We all know the Heisman Trophy winner is not going to fall that far. If he does, again, I'm honestly quite fine with it. You guys already know I love this pick. Zaven Collins at 18. It's like Brian Flores is going to be able to get Zaven's act together and probably make him try to play harder on every single play. But this dude is the real deal. And this guy is amazing in coverage for how large he is, too. He's really good. He plays like a safety in coverage. I love Zaven Collins. I love his potential. It's just, again, the mentality issues. J.C. Horn to the Washington football team. This is interesting. This is really interesting because I know you guys actually, I believe, do need a corner. I believe you guys are down to like 2 corners left on the roster, including one of your boundaries. Wouldn't mind this too much. I think you definitely need to get a weapon. Definitely could be getting a quarterback. There's definitely some other routes you could go, but this is not the most asinine pick, like getting a tackle for them. So I really can't hate this as much as I want to because I love J.C. Horn. I really love J.C. Horn. He was able to do a pretty good job against Kyle Pitts. Next, Jalen Mayfield. I think there are better tackles on the board, like Samuel Cosme. Again, you could technically put him in guard, which I'm glad that they put it there. But I'm probably more in the Cosme route. And here is where something I have a little bit of a problem with. The Colts already have some pretty developmental guys. Like I think they're losing Danico Autry, but they have Ben Benogu there. Kamoko Toure is still kind of developing into his own. Jason Oweh is not the guy. You're in win now mode. So if you guys want to get a pass rusher, get a guy like Osai. He's not going to fit that 4-3 DN spot, but I mean, you guys should just be doing that in round 2, round 3. You could 100% here go a cornerback like Eric Stokes, but I think the best route is getting that left tackle spot filled, man. I'm telling you, that is really something you need. You need to get Samuel Cosme there. So that's probably like one of the first really blown picks of the draft. Azeez Ojulari to the Titans, can't blame it at all. Really good scheme fit, very similar to Harold Landry. Jalen Phillips to the Jets. Again, I just don't really feel comfortable with him after the concussion issues and him almost quitting football, but really high talented player is going to fit that 4-3 scheme that Robert Saleh plays. Next, Tevin Jenkins to the Steelers. Again, I think Samuel Cosme is better if he's still on the board, but I wouldn't be mad about this at all. He's a really good prospect who can probably land to the Steelers who are trying to win now, and I don't think they will, but Tevin Jenkins looks like a really solid prospect. Barmore to the Jags. You guys already know I hate this. It's like you guys, there's so many better positions you can go. Again, there's still Cosme on the board. There's still Leatherwood on the board that you could use as a guard as well. There's much better ways that you can spend this pick than getting Christian Barmore, who in a defensive line class that isn't that great. JOK to the Browns. You can use him as a linebacker, slot corner, or safety, and this team needs all 3, which is wonderful. And this is a perfect match made in heaven for me. There, as well as Vic Fangio's defense, those are the 2 ways I can see JOK being at his max potential. Morig to the Baltimore Ravens. I'm not a fan of this one personally. There still are some like pretty solid, like there's a guy like bugging on his name, Creed Humphrey on the board. And you can get guys like Terrace Marshall. I think Terrace Marshall would work the best out of anybody in this scheme. Just did a scouting report on him actually yesterday. And this dude needs to be a guy who can just run downfield like a Miles Boykin role. This is a perfect spot for him. Really perfect spot. Apart from the fact that he can't block for shit. So, if you are able to negate him and put him on the side of the ball that you don't usually run, then you got something going. But again, I think that you should probably go line here with Creed Humphrey. Can't really blame him too much because you can get another really high-end safety right there in Morig, but the Ravens will find a way. Ravens will find a way to get their best fit. Mac Jones to the Saints. Really wouldn't mind this actually nowadays. I think there's probably better value with getting a corner or something here, but if Mac Jones is here, 100% worth the pick. 100% worth the pick. He's going to be able to keep your franchise afloat for a while, and that's going to be perfectly fine. Next, Kadarius Toney, really fun gadget weapon for Green Bay. I'm starting to get back to rising up on Kadarius Toney after watching Kyle Pitts. This guy does move very differently. Having Aaron Rodgers have Kadarius Toney as a weapon, that's pretty awesome. Watch out for a right tackle pick here, though, with Rick Wagner leaving. I know you guys had something like Billy Price, or not Billy Price, but you have somebody there. I believe his name's Price. I think he has 1 more year on his contract. Just watch out for that. Joseph Asai, I'm perfectly fine with that, but I think they run a 4-3. So I don't really believe that you need to go this route, but we'll see what happens. Computer fans finally going on again. It's nice to hear that again. Nick Bolton to the Chiefs. I wouldn't mind this too much. Again, I think that getting a linebacker here would be a little bit better, but it's better than Terrace Marshall, as Mason would say. Nick Bolton would be a really good asset in the Chiefs because their division is really heavy in the run as well. And lastly, Davion Nixon. I think that this is better for an edge place, but really couldn't blame him at all for going Davion Nixon. Really, really good guy who could replace. I'm happy that they have prospect ranked so far down for interior defensive linemen, But I think that is going. What the fuck? Did you guys see that? That's so weird. Okay, but being able to replace a guy like Ndamukong Suh if he doesn't return, that's a good goal to have, especially with the side off the board. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that sub button and go to manscaped.com. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.